Oh, baby. Oh, we got a new hero today, ladies and gentlemen. That was just announced. Yin. I haven't been this excited for so many heroes for so long because she is a game changer. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what? Welcome to an announcement video. I am Sylphin. Yin is out. I can finally talk about her. Oh my god. I didn't get to see her that much. I played against her, and honestly, I just didn't really come up against her too much in the match. I didn't 1v1 her or anything like that. So I didn't really understand the impact of her, but when I, was shown her stuff, I was just like, oh my god, she is insane. And I say this because not only is she going to be probably the hardest hero to play, period, in Paragon, at least in terms of like her kit and like what her kit does. I don't know, maybe like a Kalari, maybe like the strategy involved is maybe a little bit harder, but you know what? Yin, guys, is going to be probably the hardest kit to really pull off, and that is super exciting. She changes so much, and we're going to get into that here in the video. New hero reveal, Yin, baby. Hybrid melee carry. Very interesting, you guys. If you guys were waiting for April, you might have been, you might be nicely surprised. So that was the overview video. We're going to take a look at the announcement video. We're going to take a look at the overview video after we kind of talk about this a bit and kind of just get her affinities and stuff down. So Yin, she is growth and fury. Growth, some amazing utility cards in there with some armor as well. She is a carry though, so really the only thing in growth that I feel like is going to be really good for her to maybe complement her already great mobility is Hunter's Guile, but there are some other options in there that is going to be interesting to see. Fury, of course, oh man, she's going to scale really well in the early game, and with the hybrid of melee, she's gonna have a really good time utilizing those Madstone gems and maybe a few one Flashfire Piston in there. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So really great affinities here that works well with her kit. Growth, she's kind of a wind based character, and Fury, well, she's badass because she was with Aurora. Is a carry who wields a combination of her whip and wind magic to quickly dispatch her enemies, and oh boy, can she ever. Although she came from a life of crime on the streets with Aurora, so she's badass. She's a badass. Yin rose to the rank of first guardian of her city. I think I know what city that is from my insider knowledge. I think you guys can go and yeah, you guys can speculate as to that. Did we ask any questions about her when I was talking to the lore guys? No, I don't think so. No. So I actually don't know that much about her, but it'll be interesting for you guys to put the pieces together. So, her abilities here. Backlash is her right mouse button. Yin cracks her whip, dealing damage in an area in front of her. If enemy projectiles are hit by the whip, they will be reflected back towards the enemy. Now, this is the crazy ability here. So you can hit projectiles back with your right mouse button. What are projectiles? All ranged basic attacks are projectiles. If they're energy projectiles, if they're a bullet, if they're a missile, if they're all enemy ranged basic attacks are projectiles. Okay, now abilities that are projectiles, obviously howitzer missiles, rampage rocks, Narbash thunks. What else is super meta right now? Decker stasis bomb stuns, stasis bombs. Those are all it. Now some ones that I don't know whether are considered projectiles. Gadget sticky mines. As they are flying through the air, I don't know if it's considered a projectile. Now, the interesting thing is that and also Grimm's GTFO orb that flies through the air, that is a projectile. Now, I don't know if, like when a steel places his shield wall down on the ground that blocks stuff, a gadget mine doesn't go through that, so is that a projectile? A Richter pull, his chain, doesn't go through that, is that a projectile? Can you hit that back? I mean, Richter can't pull himself. Like, where does he pull him? Like, right? At least maybe the damage gets applied to him? I don't know. Does that count? Heroes that are flying through the air, like a, if a hero is flying through the air, can she hit them back? Probably not, but projectiles. But the gadget mines, I don't know. A Richter pull, I don't know. Stuff like that, it's going to be really, 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 really interesting. A Grim, a lobbed bomb, that is a projectile. So this is going to be absolutely game-changing to the meta. No longer is howitzer, rampage, Narbash, Decker an easy one-off selection on the in the thank you, NVIDIA drivers, in the draft lobby. No longer are they easy picks. You just pick Yin, and then you're like, oh shit. Right? Like, she changes up the meta just like Aurora so much, and you know what? You gotta pay attention in the draft lobby. No longer is a howitzer, Decker, rampage, team comp, just a one-off thing, because as soon as Yin gets in there, if she's played well, mind you, and especially in the top tiers, she can screw that up. So this is absolutely incredible. I love that. You know what? This is just a glimpse into the larger picture that Epic Games has laid out for Paragon. That if you are really frustrated about any aspect of Paragon, remember, we are seeing a small picture of the larger painting that is Paragon. And guys, just be patient. Be patient, okay? Constructive, positive criticism is good. Just wait. Trust me, baby. Trust me. Lash Kick. Q square. Yin swings her whip, pulling herself to a target, and then jumps off their head, dealing damage. Now, this, you can pull yourself to a friendly target to get away. Okay, so, doing some cool things with terrain to pull yourself up and safe. Remember, so if you are a support or any player playing with Yin, remember that you being close by is her escape. Okay, don't run off. Don't run away from your Yin and just leave her to die, because she can actually, she can pull herself to you and use you as an escape tool or an engage tool. Remember that. So melee heroes, you are incentivized a little bit to be that engagement tool, because she can use you to jump in to the fray. And then jumps off their head, dealing damage. Obviously, it doesn't deal damage to your allies, but you do jump off their head in the direction that you are choosing to go. So you can, for instance, whip forward and then hold your back, your back thumb button or the S key to jump off their head backwards, or you can hold it to the left to go left. So you can choose which direction you want to jump off their head, which obviously is very important. If you don't want to engage too hard, you don't want to jump forward, etc., etc. So that's very, 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 very important. She can easily jump into the fray, chase a target, and be amazing. Windburn is her E. Yin reaches with her whip, increasing the range of her basic attacks as well as gaining a cleave. This is the game changer for Yin, not only does she have a longer basic attack range than normal, she has a longer melee attack range. It's like pseudo range. I think it's 600-700 range or something like that. When she activates her Windburn, I think it becomes a ranged attack. I honestly think it just literally becomes a ranged attack, like 900 range or something like that, as well as gaining 100% cleave. So baby, if if there's a fantastic Decker Fence or Gideon ultimate after an Aurora ultimate and they're all super clumped together, Windburn, 100% cleave, baby, from a safe range. And that's a really cool thing, from a safe range. Once all that stuff is done, then she can use her Lashing Kick to engage really hard on the enemy that's trying to get away after all those ultimates, etc. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. That is the big game changer for her. She's a hybrid melee carry. Hybrid melee. Kinda melee, but not really. That's the really important thing. So if you guys were waiting for a ranged carry, she basically is, kinda. When she wants to be, she's a ranged carry. Quelling Gale, her ultimate. Oh, jeez. Oh, Yin surrounds herself in a whirlwind, displacing all enemies within range. I don't know how far. It's not very clear in the overview video, at least from what I saw. And it doesn't. This seems to be at odds with what the ultimate does, to be honest with you. It kind of seems counterintuitive. For 5 seconds, the whirlwind will slow enemies. Again, so if you displace them but slow them, why would you want to displace them if you want to slow them? You want to keep them where they are and the slow enemies, right? So that kind of seems like odds, but enemy projectiles that travel through it are also slowed, and slowed dramatically, like to the point where you can use it, a Rampage Rock comes in, and then you go hit back. Like, it's dramatically. This is absolutely insane. And guys, it can change so much. A hard engage from your carry can now be done relatively safely, especially if they have some, some 2 casters, for example, stuff like that. You can get in there, use your ultimate to slow enemies down, enable your friendly team to kind of come in. I mean, engaging in a carry, that's pretty risky, but anyways, you could still slow everybody, slow projectiles, etc., etc. Very, very interesting. So guys, her kit is absolutely phenomenal. She is easily probably going to be the hardest hero to actually play very, very well. Again, the projectiles from your right click, that's going to be absolutely twitch reflex based. Absolutely, this pull, she has so much potential to stay on the back line in using her E to increase her basic attack, and then when that kind of wears off or the enemy is retreating, she can use this to keep up to the target. It's just absolutely insane what the synergy between all of her abilities are. And of course her ultimate, there's the plays are going to be insane. We're gonna watch the overview video here because you guys just have to see this. You just absolutely have to see this. So she's martyr, attacker, zoner, elusive.
Carry, who uses her whip and powerful wind magic to dispatch her enemies.
So there is I think that was the 100% cleave you saw there. Look at that.
The rank of first guardian of her city.
Easily able
Focus
to keep up with enemies.
Increase your
use
power
your E,
and critical strike chance.
Use your E to
Windburn allows you to focus her wind magic, increasing her attack range and dealing 100% cleave damage to all enemies in a straight line. Windburn will let you crack down on your enemies, so make sure to position yourself to cleave as many targets as possible.
Yeah, that's a cleave.
Lash Kick allows Yin to target an ally, enemy, or minion and immediately jump to that target.
There's her ultimate again.
Lash Kick makes you very unpredictable and elusive. You can use it to take down a target or to hop to an ally to escape.
There you go.
Backlash will deflect all incoming enemy projectiles back to where they came from.
So
Consider
good.
saving Backlash to deflect a key enemy ability. And finally, your ultimate is Quelling Gale.
Look at
Quelling
that.
Gale allows Yin to manipulate the wind around her, creating a vortex that slows all incoming enemy projectiles.
Missile, look how slow that is, and
when
you can just
paired
send
with
it right
Backlash,
back.
you can set up some game-altering plays.
3 of the heroes
Yin has
here.
a variety of tools that reward precision play. When approaching a fight,
so good.
focus in on your enemies and use your abilities to control the fight.
So good.
When playing Yin, timing is everything. Using an ability too soon or too late can end in your death. Remain focused and manipulate the wind to overtake your enemies.
Absolutely, absolutely amazing. We're gonna watch this a few times here, just because it's just absolutely insane. Like, so here, there. I think this is the 100% crit. I mean, look, you can just absolutely dominate enemies. Use your whip to stay close to the enemy and just go to town. Again, here, guys. She's a carry. I'm gonna be redoing my power versus attack speed versus crit, just because there's a few heroes that have come out now, and we're just gonna. I'll be updating that. Maybe make some more things. And for her especially, she's a carry, so we're gonna see. I'm assuming it's gonna be power, attack speed, crit. She seems like she doesn't gain attack speed per level. Just throughout the video here, either they're just not building attack speed with her, or she just doesn't gain any. She might be like Twin Bash. She doesn't gain. She might not gain attack speed per level, but that would mean that she has to scale very well with power, either one or more, or her basic attack damage is just a lot. So we're gonna have to see here. See, 77 damage at level 5. You know what? I think she very much might be. She very much might. You know, gain really well power scaling and have a high basic attack. So, I mean, look at the potential here. The ultimate there to displace him backwards is absolutely fantastic. You can use the whip here to get out of that Narbash ultimate, and it's just awesome. Like, traversing terrain, the potential here is just fantastic. Again, that right click, oh baby. Oh, absolutely phenomenal. Right click, oh, that's gonna be so hard to do, but so rewarding. And this is just the coolest thing ever. Just absolutely phenomenal. I'm assuming that graphic and animation stuff is going to be improved. So that'll probably look better, you know, later on when they kind of update all the visuals and stuff like that. So just absolutely incredible. She is going to mix up this meta, guys. You know, if you pick Yin, the enemy team's like, crap. You know, Howitzer. A lot of casters are automatically kind of just, they're done, right? They're kind of done. Gadget's probably one of the more likely ones, just because her mine is so it happens really quick. Gideon's Cosmic Rift I don't think is a projectile, and I think that won't count. So Gideon is going to be coming back a little bit here, and Bellica, obviously, she has no projectiles for any of her abilities, so she's going to again be really great in this meta. But that does mean that Shinbi and Countess are going to be a little bit more prevalent, because they have no projectiles, and you know what, they're just going to be able to get in her face. Yeah, she can kind of go around, and she has a little bit more of a range aspect to her with her E and stuff like that. But I mean, they do have high mobility. They do have, you know, Countess Q, the and Shinbi's right click, they can stay on her. So I mean, Shinbi and Countess are going to be coming back, as well as Bellica and Gideon. It's going to be just phenomenal. As for supports, Muriel is definitely going to be more prevalent, as you know, Narbash and Decker, their business is their stuns, their projectiles, and you're gonna see, you know, we're gonna see Richter come back as well. You're gonna see Steel come back a little bit. You're going and Muriel, yes, her Q, her damage and slow is projectile. I'm assuming. So that is going to be a thing. She changes the meta, just like Aurora. She changes the meta. Aurora herself is going to be coming back as well. Not many fighters have a ranged attack, so it will. That's definitely going to be nice. Fighters have a bit easier time, but again, I mean, she has a range component with her, and easy escape with her Q, and of course engage as well and follow up. So it's going to be interesting. sorry, if this is too much talking about the meta, I'm just really excited because she changes things, and that is that's what we need. That's what we need. We need diversity in Paragon right now, and this I just love it. I just love it. So hopefully you guys found this exciting. Hopefully you guys like her. She's gonna be absolutely impossible. I'm gonna be the worst YIN player. I'm just gonna absolutely be the worst. Ugh. So hopefully you guys are excited for her. Hopefully you guys are just like out of your minds crazy for how she is going to change everything up. Please like this video if you like it, dislike it, share it with the community, and of course guys, subscribe. If you guys like this content, found it useful, please subscribe so I can do it for you later. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I would love to hear it. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.